good morning. Welcome to this beautiful day. It's the day the Lord has made. I rejoice, you rejoice, and we are glad in it. In case you don't know me and I'm coming your way today, my name is Kebin Daniel, and I am blessed. I live in a place of abundance. I live in a beautiful state. I fly first class. I am motivated and I am dedicated. I am a money magnet. I attract good things. I'm so happy and grateful today because money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. I have the mind of Christ. I have a millionaire mind. I have a sound mind. Only good things happen to me. As a matter of fact, only good things are permitted to happen to me. It is well with me. Now you pause this video for 30 seconds or 50 seconds. Open your mouth, clear it like a trumpet, and begin to declare who you are. Declare what you want. Why? The power of life and death, the power that controls the forces of life and death, is in the tongue. You shall be justified by your words, and you shall be condemned by your words. That's why I make these confessions every day. I know that what you say is what comes to you. Now, it's a beautiful day. We have been looking at winning by words. Winning by words. Now, this teaching does not suggest that words are the only thing that helps you, that makes you win. No. The Bible says if you talk and you don't act, there is no work done. Many people are acting and they are not getting results. And so we want to balance it up. Action and words will give you the results. And so we are saying that for you to win your life battles, there is a place for words. Now, we have been looking at the book of 1 Samuel. We've been looking at the problem that confronting the children of Israel, which is called Goliath. We have seen how Goliath came and for 40 days he was speaking, taunting them, harassing them by his words. And none of them could stand him. None of them could do anything to Goliath. Not because they didn't have the weapons, not because they did not have the mastery, not because they were not trained, but Goliath understood a principle that these ones did not understand. So they were there listening to him every day. He kept talking, but there was no result. And then just David came. And David, we saw yesterday, had an understanding of the power of words. And David said to Goliath, you come against me with spear, with javelin, with armory, but I come against you in the name of the Lord. I am going to kill you. I'm going to cut off your head. I'm going to do this and do that. David responded by words. Just like when the men at WrestleMania wrestling, they stand before they fight, before they enter the ring to fight, or before the bell rings, they will first of all speak. Somebody will grab the mic and speak. After that, his opponent will speak. They speak because their words have to fight first, and then after the word had fought, they will fight physical battle. You need to begin to learn how to fight by words before you face anything. So we continue. After David said all that yesterday, we are going to be looking at verse 48. So it was when the Philistine arose and came and drew near to meet David, that David hurried and ran towards the army to meet the Philistine. Then David put his hand in his bag and took out a stone, and he slung it and struck the Philistines in the forehead. What happened? So that the stone sank in his forehead and he fell on his face to the earth. So David prevailed over the Philistine with a sling and a stone and struck the Philistine and killed him. End of story. David struck the Philistine and killed him with a sling. Now listen to me. Let me prove to you that it was not just the sling that killed David. It was his words. The Bible says David, after they finished talking, the Philistine was coming and David was going towards him because they've already fought in the realms of the spirit, in the realms of words. It was now time for physical battle. The words have prevailed. It was time to do it physically. I'm not saying you should just talk. I am saying you should talk and act. But what I need you to know is that acting is not going to give you all without the talking. So what happened? The Bible says David drew near and he pulled out his sling, and shot at Goliath. The Bible says the stone sank into Goliath's head. If you did a little physics, even if you don't know physics, if I push someone, the force I am applying is supposed to push the person backward. I cannot push someone backward and the person falls forward. But David threw a stone at Goliath. If the stone hit Goliath like this, Goliath is supposed to fall backwards. But the Bible says the stone hit Goliath and he fell forward. What does that tell you? It wasn't the stone that killed Goliath. It was the words of David. Because David had spoken and told Goliath was going to kill him, the universe helped David to kill Goliath. The universe brought down Goliath. The universe hit Goliath on the back head, and the guy fell face forward. The Bible says he died, and David had no sword. He had no sword. The Bible says he ran to Goliath, took his own sword, and cut off his head and fulfilled the words that he spoke. Listen to me as we wrap up this story of David and Goliath. I'd like you to know that there is a place for the words that you speak. When battles of life confront you, before you go to the hospital, speak the word. Before you do anything, speak for the word. Before you go to the embassy, speak the word. Before you go to the interview, speak the word. Before you carry out the assignment, speak the word. The word must go forth. The word must go forth. The word must go forth. Every situation confronting you, telling you will not make it, speak back to it. Listen, if you apply this principle, every Goliath that ever confronts you will fall in front of you. Goliath was speaking for 40 days. Nobody could stand him. The first day a man spoke against him, Goliath fell. Can you start speaking to those situations? Can you start speaking to barrenness? Can you start speaking to perennial sickness and disease? Can you start speaking to loneliness and aloneness for a long time? You're due for marriage. You are not yet. Can you start speaking to it? Can you start speaking to your business, your finances, your relationships, your marriage, your spiritual life? Can you start speaking to it? And let us see if it will not hear. Listen, these things I'm sharing with you are timeless principles. They work anywhere on the planet. It is well. Jesus says, heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will never pass away. If this is resonating with you, like this video. If it is making sense, share it. But more especially, begin to use the power of your words. Why? Because there is power in your word. God bless you. I'll see you in the next video.